Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Tatum Talk. Today we talking about, so I'm on my way to take this test again for the life insurance exam. For those of you that's been following this channel, you'll know this is my second time taking it. The first time I passed the test, but I was still on probation. I passed it. However, passing it is not the problem. The problem is getting the license. Because I have a felony, I couldn't get approved by the board. I had to go through a series of steps to finally find out that they denied me because I was still on probation, one, and two, because they said there wasn't enough time between my last offense level, the last offense, and the time that I applied. And the board said I had to wait until my probation was up and until more time had passed since my last offense. So that was in 2020. Now we in 2022. Enough time, more time has passed. I hope it's enough time. And I'm off probation. I got released earlier this year. So this is September 2nd. I got released, I want to say, was it February or March? I was supposed to be released in October, so I got released about 6 months earlier. I've been studying for the last 3 months, off and on, but I really just, over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I just really because I crammed again because I want to just have it fresh in my mind right before I take the test. So it's a lot on this test. It's a lot. It's not just life insurance like you might think. It's stuff about, you got to know about annuities. You got to know about retirement plans, which is IRAs and 401ks. And that stuff is because people can fund their life insurance and annuity policies from their retirement plan. So you got to know about that stuff. You got to know about beneficiaries, viatical settlements. If you don't know what a viatical settlement is, it was new to me only because I was studying this. But apparently, people that are elderly and really, really sick, like terminally ill, they can surrender the cash value of their settlement. They can actually, they can sell it. So someone will pay them 50 to 80% of the amount in cash of the cash value in their policy and give them that money right now so they can use it now for medical expenses or whatever they want to use it for. And then the person becomes the beneficiary. So the person gets the whole policy benefit, not the actual beneficiary that was named from the insured person. And then you have to learn about business insurance. Businesses need insurance. They have key person insurance. They have buy-sell agreements. There's so much. I got so much information in my head right now. But I can tell you this, though. If I don't pass this test today, no, I'm going to pass the test. If the board doesn't approve me to be able to do business because of this felony, if they don't approve me this time around, I'm not doing this again. That's my good word. I'm not doing this again. It's just what it is. I'm just moving on. I've already moved on anyway. After I realized it was taking so long in 2020 to get the approval because of the pandemic, I started looking for something else to do, and then I found medical commodities, and then shortly after that I found Turo. So I've moved on anyway. But I circle back to this because I want to see, can I get this license? If I get this license, it'll be another stream of income. But if I don't get the license, I'm still going to be fine. I'm not doing this again, though, because your test results is only good for 1 year. So, if they don't approve me, chances are I will have to buy the course again, study again, take the test again. I'm not doing it. I'm done. It's a wrap. But I feel good about it. I'm 7 minutes away right now from this test center. It's 12:32. The test is at 1. I'm gonna get there in time. I'm gonna get there a little early so I can look for parking. I encourage anybody that wants to get any kind of professional license, and your city apparently is different. in every city. I've had so many people contact me and say that what they're trying to do in their city, and it's hard for them to get it. I know Florida is really hard, but I would say Google first and look online and see if your city has something in place that you can qualify, because I know they have this this document. Forgot the name of it. I will have to look it up again, but anyway, it's a waiver, and even though the city says no, you can't with a felony, there's still, it's up to the board. It's like a case by case description, a case by case basis for them to be able to approve you or not. This is not the right property. Hi. How much is 2 hours?
$21.
I have an account with Colonial. I have an account with Colonial. Like, I pay for parking in my garage at my building. Do I get a discount? It's the same thing?
They don't have it. Right there.
What?
They don't give you a ticket.
You said what, on the street?
Yeah, on the street.
The lady will be going by, right? You see her going by?
She doesn't come more.
She
I
doesn't?
don't see it.
So I'll probably be okay.
I don't see it. Right there. Wait. That's what I'm looking for.
All right. Thank you.
Right there.
I have arrived 901 New York Avenue. They have one at New Jersey Avenue too, but since I'm from New York, I picked this one. No, that's not true. I just picked it. It matched my schedule. Just grabbing my ID. Can't have nothing in there. I'm gonna have to put my phone in the locker, so I'm just gonna leave the phone in the car actually. What else do I need? Nothing else. Okay. I'll be back with y'all good people after the test to let you know how it went.
Is this you? Spending hours and hours creating your website? Social media and website templates make business life simple. Let us focus on your branding while you focus on the business. Choose from any one of our social media templates, Instagram Reels, or web design templates.
What? She did that back, and the results, I passed. I know you ain't doubt your girl. Of course I passed. All right, so now the next step is going to be contact the same attorney that I was in conversing with in 2020. Well, in 2021, January 2021 is when he told me that they wasn't going to accept me. I'm going to find his email him, and let him know I have a new test result. I'm not on probation. Send him the proof from my probation officer, and then go to the next steps to see how I apply. So this is it. If I get this, then every time I get a new policy, that's $1,200. If I do 2 policies in a week, that's $2,400 in a week. That's short of $10,000 a month. Like, that's good money. So if I don't get it though, that's fine too. I'm on to the next. You know me. I keeps it pushing. I'm gonna be all right regardless. Now I'm going to get me a congratulatory lunch. Let's see what a girl want. I think I'm gonna get a lobster roll. Follow me, y'all. Rock with me. Those are some nice big chunky pieces of lobster. I got me a ginger beer. Let's taste it now. I don't taste so much seasoning. I mean, it tastes good. Let me taste it by itself. So now, I'm thinking there should be no excuse for them not to give me the license. But I had to take the test again as the first step because test results only last for 1 year. So now that I've done the first step, the second step would probably be I have to get fingerprinted again. And then probably pay another application fee, which is $100. And then I just have to wait for the board to approve me to do business in insurance, and then I can get my license. So I don't expect anything to happen before the end of the year. I don't expect to get an answer before the end of the year, but that's fine. Now, getting an insurance license to me is something I wanted to do just because it falls under the umbrella of having your own LLC, and it's a business that I can work for myself, because there's two ways to be an insurance agent. You could be a captive or non-captive. I plan to be non-captive. Captive means that you work for an agency that, you know, they hire you and you only work under them. So you get customers, you sign up policies that are underneath this one insurance company. Non-captive means that I will source my own customers through leads that I'll buy, and I'm appointed by one insurance company, but however, I don't have to just work for them. I can get customers and submit them to multiple insurance companies. So that way I remain independent and I kind of work for myself. That's kind of what I want to do. Everything else in my life that I'm designing is aligned with that, for me to be able to make my own schedule. So that's what I want to do. And if I can achieve that, you get $1,200 every time you sign up a new person, every time you get a new policy. The reason why is because the insurance company doesn't make any money that first year. They kind of use the first year's premiums that the customer is paying and give it all to the agent that got the business for them. So they don't expect to make any money till the second year of having their policy in effect. So if I do 2 policies, 3 policies per week, you see what I'm saying? I can make really good money. And that'll be another stream of income. But again, if they don't give it to me, I'm cool with that too, because I don't put all my eggs in one basket ever. I always have more than one thing going on, so that's fine. I'm just, trying it. If I get it, I get it. That's great. If I don't, I'm on to the next. But I know one thing, I've done this process. Now this is my second time. It's a lot to remember. It's so much information. Oh my God, the stuff I had to remember and learn for this test. It's a lot. It's not just about life insurance. There's so many other aspects to it. But, it's informative. I do like to learn new things, but it's a lot. I will not be doing this again. So, on to the other thing I said in my video earlier was that I got released off probation early. Now, for those of you that want to get released early and want to know how I did that, I had plans to submit a motion for early termination, but I didn't have to do that. It would happen for me before I got to that step. I was thinking about it. I Googled it. I looked it up online. I found a motion for the verbiage and everything, and I was just gonna, draft my own copy of it. But before that happened, a friend of mine who was in the transition house, same transition house as me, she had the same probation officer that I had. And she called in January and she said, "Hey girl, I just got released off probation." I was like, "What? How? How did did you apply for something? What did you do?" She was like, "I didn't do anything." She said they notified me and told me that I was now terminated from probation early. And she said, I called as soon as I got the letter And I read it and I called to find out how this happened, and basically they were lightening their caseload. So if you were already in a low risk, which I was, a low risk category to begin with, due to, you know, pandemic and whatever other shortages, they had less people available to spread across the workloads. So they were releasing people early due to that. And if, you know, I was on very light supervision. Like, I can tell you I never even met my probation officer. This is my second one. The first probation officer I met with her, I think 2 or maybe 3 times I met with her. But then the pandemic started, and then I never had to see her again. I saw her one time through video, and then she told me I was being transferred to a lower risk. And then the new guy, I never met him at all. I never even spoke to him on the phone. The only correspondence I had with him was through email, and not even much of that. Just mainly if I wanted to put in a travel request, then I would just submit a travel request through email. He would respond to it. It was always approved. And I just logged in every month just to do my monthly supervision online. My probation was very smooth and easy until after she told me that, she said, and I gave him your name. I told him that you're have a non-violent white collar crime just like me, and that you're low risk too, and he should look you up and see if you could get the early release too. So she told me that she told him that. Literally 2 days later, I got a call, and he told me, "Hi, Ms. Tatum. I just wanted to let you know that I submitted your paperwork for early release." I was like, "Hi, oh my God, thank you. Like, I've never even spoken to you before." He was like, "Consider that a good thing. And you should be hearing within the next month, you should be hearing something. You don't have to do anything at all." I was like, great. And the next thing I know, probably like he said, a month later, I wasn't released like she was released. What happened was I got transferred to somebody else. I don't know why. I didn't know what that was about. Now this other person, I'm glad I only had him for a short period, just until they processed the paperwork, and then I was off. But for that one, might have been a month that he was my probation officer, he was one of those by the book people. Like, he was like, "Send me this, and I need to see how much you made last month, and I need to see invoices and this and that, and oh, I need you to do your probation report by a certain date." Like, I was able to log in and do it literally any day of the month. I had been doing it whenever it came to mind. It wasn't no specific date. He was like, "I need this the first 3 days a month, or the first 5, whatever he said." He was like very strict and very specific, and he's, you know, I could see he was gonna be getting on my nerves, like annoying. Like, I wasn't even used to that. Luckily, I didn't have him but for less than 30 days. Then I got the paper that I was released. So that's how that happened. So, and for you, if it didn't automatically happen, I would say if it's a state case, you can Google how to, you have to apply for a hearing, and then you have to do a motion for modified probation. If it's a federal case, you have to do a motion for early termination. And you can Google those things just to find out the verbiage. Now, people hire attorneys to do it for them, but you don't have to. If you hire an attorney, it's really gonna cost you a pretty penny. You literally could do this yourself, okay? And mainly, the main thing they're gonna look at is your restitution. If you got restitution, make sure it's paid up. Not paid all the way. Like, you don't have to completely pay it off in order to get approved, but you have to be up to date. So if you gotta pay $50 a month, you need to have been paying $50 a month and not be behind in months. And if you are behind in months, catch up on the months before you apply, because restitution plays a very big part in it. They want to see that you're compliant, because if you've been compliant after they release you, it stands to that you probably will keep up in making your payments, right? So that's one of the things they're gonna look at. And of course, if you've had no issues, no brushes with the law or nothing like that, then you'll probably get granted the early release. That's pretty much it. Good talk. Thanks for tuning in, and hit the like button if I have shared some value with y'all.